even if you don't have many options in the early game, you don't have to die. Like you can lose really gracefully and
I'm back.
over the course of
Back
15
again.
minutes.
Tell a friend.
The champion won't be able to act the same way, or you'll be able to act differently because your champion skill's better.
Everyone is bored with your analysis, so that's why I'm back.
Geo said go back. This is Max stream now.
You trying to get food, Max?
I'm trying to go get one of these. Can I do some Can I do
it?
it?
Get one of those, and I'll give you money to get
Yeah.
something else.
Did I get any Twitch Primes, by the way? You guys gotta...
If you didn't get Twitch Primes, I'm gonna fire you.
How do I check?
Here you go, Max. Fucking, I have a bunch of ones. These are all ones.
Uh-huh.
Here.
Uh-huh.
Here.
Quick, give Max Twitch Primes.
No, they're
Quick.
all $1 bills. Here,
Quick,
here.
give me
Here.
Twitch Primes. How do I check? How do I check Twitch Prime?
Here.
How do I check?
Here.
Dashboard? Do I do this one? Dashboard? Can I click it? Can I check
No.
Twitch Primes? Oh, someone just took Twitch Prime. Thanks, Bernie. Guys, when I was born, my father
Here, take this.
wanted to name me Oscar. And Donna, the responsible woman she is, stepped in and said, No, that's a terrible name. Sorry to any Oscars in the chat. But Donna was not cool
I need J-Uke.
with Oscar.
I need J-Uke and I need
Monster.
Monster. So I gave you 7, right? Go.
I gotta talk to...
No, go.
Alright. Jesus.
I don't want to do this.
Okay, do you want me to do it?
Yeah. Twitch chat can vote.
Guys, make a straw poll. It's a popularity contest now.
Okay, fine. I'll just leave.
Oh, wait. No, don't leave. No. 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 Look, they picked LeBlanc with Zyra Khan. Doesn't that feel great?
Why did they do that?
Doesn't that feel awesome? Because they trust that they're better. Oh no, there's Lysandra. Wouldn't that be a shame? Wouldn't that be a shame? It's terrible, right?
Lissandra's picked?
Yeah,
By
like
who?
Rainbow.
Wait, let me see the draft.
So I'll dictate it to you.
Zaya first pick, and then
Yeah.
Lysandra Jarvan.
No, Ezreal Jarvan, and then Rakan LeBlanc, Lysandra.
Everything's looking really good for HQ.
I know, and then they banned Renekton.
Everything's looking really good for HQ.
Yeah. And then TL. Thinking really hard about this ban. Vladimir. Do the bans never make sense to you?
They never do. The bans are always terrible because these players and stuff are not thinking about what the opponent's thinking about. They're not even entertaining all the options available. They're not trying to pinch. They're not trying to pry. Okay?
Uh-huh.
Can Twitch chat hear me?
I think so. Can you guys hear him? Should I move my head this way? They're
You guys
saying
can hear
yeah.
me, okay.
They're saying yeah. We can. No, don't. Twitch chat. Don't be mean.
Yeah, Yumi. Yumi's actually a little scary.
Do Ezreal Yumi go even against Zyra Khan? That's a big question.
Why? Why Sion?
Why-
This is actually wrong.
Is Impact at okay? Yeah. Do you imagine if I'm looking at that comp, I'm like, yeah, Jarvan, Lysandra, Yumi, Ezreal. It's looking like a Sion game. Holy shit.
They should have picked GP. Ziv should
On 4?
Yeah.
On 4, yeah. They had first pick.
Now
I-
what? Now
Why do you need to pick Yumi?
Now you just Rise, man.
Ryze is not banned.
Now you pick Rise. So what do they
Poppy.
Why?
Ryze is probably the only decent pick that scales and beats GP.
Ryze and Vlad.
Right, Vlad's banned. They picked
Right.
Cho'Gath. Can Cho'Gath...
Cho'Gath can be that call. Yeah, Cho'Gath. That's fine here.
But
Okay.
doesn't Cho'Gath get super bullied by GP? Or is it like okay? If I go S100, is he gonna say like it's okay? Or GP's easy win? Okay.
So, I think
Yeah.
AHQ wins.
You do?
Yeah, do you think so too?
I think their comp is better.
Hold on, someone just give subs?
I don't know. I don't know how to.
Someone vote.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna
I
lay
go
down.
vote.
You got this, Max.
Oh, Twitch chat. I'm gonna vote for LS.
Who won the vote? Just say it, you or me.
Me.
Okay, good.
No.
I'm gonna lay down.
No. I can't do this.
Good night.
Okay.
I'll be back for Dom on IG.
Okay. This game's really dependent on LeBlanc because you would need to kill Lissandra and Ezreal. Fuck. Okay, so how is TL's draft gonna work? LeBlanc's a really big deal. If LeBlanc isn't ahead, this comp has a really hard time doing what it wants to do. Fuck. I need to see the champs again together. The time. Stop saying time. I got it, okay? I got it. I wish I had the draft order. I wish I wrote this down. Because I don't know when Jarvan got picked, but Jarvan looks pretty bad here.
You got picked first with Ezreal.
Yeah, Jarvan is not happy that he's playing into these champions. Ezreal's really happy about everyone except LeBlanc if she's fed. Same with Lissandra. Lissandra's pretty cool with just about everyone except the fed LeBlanc. But Lissandra beats LeBlanc. No, I missed the timer. Sorry, chat. Did it. Ellis, what's your prediction? I'll take your prediction. I'll give my prediction separately, but your prediction will be the...
AHQ wins.
Okay. My prediction... Oh, is it 20 seconds behind? I'll refresh.
AHQ wins because the name ran.
I think the AHQ comp is better, but that TL will probably win this game. Yeah, I am behind. I refreshed the stream, and now I'm at 2 minutes. 2 minutes. There we go. It looks like LeBlanc is not having the best time. If Lissandra just pushes this wave right after she wards, if she just tries to shove it, and she actually crashes it, she gets a free recall. Timing where she warded kind of hurt her, though, because all of those seconds, her Q could have been on cooldown. So there, for example, if she Qs just right away, just throws a Q into the wave and then goes to ward, the next Q will be able to come out 4 seconds faster than when she did it on this wave. So, like, at this moment right now, she could have killed the wave and had to walk forward, but it's already too late. The next wave's there. So now she has to clear this wave to get a recall off. She should probably just use all of her potions. You see she popped her last potion. She should probably just crash this wave. Like, stand left side. She warded. She can see Gragas. She shouldn't try to join this. She's just try to push. I don't know why she's trying to join in the fight. This is really bad. If she just ignored the entire fight taking place and, for example, just stood on the left side and then tried to push the wave and crash it, like, all the stuff that's happening here with Crab doesn't really matter. Okay. Okay, guys. Oh no. Our lanes are ruined. I can't see the bot wave, but it looks like it's pushing back into TL now. But I don't know for sure. But AHQ actually get a kill. Like, great job. Good job, guys. They kind of needed to get a kill here because the mid lane looked pretty bad. Like Lissandra failing to crash, and then it looks like bot lane's going to eventually push back into TL. So if AHQ don't get anything done here, I don't know what kind of lanes they're walking back into. They're pretty doomed. But Lissandra gets 2 people in W, and then Double Up just dies. And the Quarter J did not flash either. Yeah, he didn't flash or E or W. Yeah, but even though they died, like TL has a freeze. It forces Ezreal to TP. And even then they still miss a couple minions. Cho'Gath is pushing in GP. GP has to recall first. Can you believe it? AHQ's gonna do it. Why are you going to sleep? Can you wake up?
TL.
No. It should be exciting because it's NA. You know? You should watch NA and be like, this is NA's year. They've tried for how many years now? 9, 8, 9, 10 years?
TL is gonna get 4th.
Yeah. TL's gonna get 4th in their group or what? I don't know if can they get 4th?
They're gonna get 4th in their group.
Can they get
the 4th team to leave?
They can get 4th in their group? Well, I guess they could technically tie for 4th, right? Or would they play the tiebreaker then? There's no tiebreaker for 4th, but they tied. So the game timer's 6 minutes, and LeBlanc does not have a lead, so it's very worrying for Team Liquid. I don't know how you guys are going to kill anybody on their team. I think Zaya's strong, but if GP is losing lane, I don't think Gragas is going to be able to. No. If GP is losing lane here, if Zaya's like even and LeBlanc's even, you're gonna die to Lissandra, and then Lissandra passive is gonna proc way faster than you're going to be able to like set up feathers. And if LeBlanc isn't fed, it's gonna take multiple rotations. It's way easier for Lissandra to just get one passive and then your whole team to get run over by like Yuumi ult, Jarvan engage, Cho'Gath running forward. And AHQ have a lot of different ways to get the one kill that they need. Not sure exactly what happened. So Lissandra just went under turret and ulted double lift, and then double lift died before he could ult. Maybe this is what NA needs. NA's last hope. Here it is. NA's doing it. Okay, NA's gonna win. They're getting what they need. Okay. LeBlanc got 2 kills. All right, it's looking good. If LeBlanc can kill Ezreal, if LeBlanc can get GP ahead, if LeBlanc can push in Lissandra, depends what Dragon's next to. I don't think anybody got Dragon, so it's probably still Mountain. You think Lissandra's sleeper OP? No, she's more of a counter pick to team comps than anything else. So LeBlanc has to be ahead this game because she basically doesn't interact with the enemy team the same way that all of her teammates do. So Zaya and GP are not going to be playing the same way that LeBlanc wants to play. And even Gragas can't really do what LeBlanc is trying to do. So if she's not ahead, it's a big problem. But if she is really far ahead, then she can basically complete it on her own. So like maybe she's able to jump into the backline and actually kill someone if she's ahead. Or she's just able to threaten a lot of things so that she demands some spacing. Even though she's the only one doing that. But if she's not able to do that, basically she's like extra damage to like frontliners. So if she's not able to jump into the backline and kill someone, you'll see her like chain Cho'Gath or chain Jarvan, and or like distortion away and throw chains, which is really bad. Posture. Maybe that's better. GP runes. So haven't you told me you could still win lane against tanks with Klepto, even though like you had all the extra Klepto goals and you were hitting them all the time? So haven't you said you can still win lane if you're good? Like you can still go up CS. It looks like Impact's winning now, but when Cho'Gath recalls, what is happening? Can the Cho survive 1v1 against LeBlanc or GP if they're in a 1-3-1? Yeah. Cho'Gath's pretty fine, especially after, like, I guess when GP's Triforce and Cho'Gath, like, might not have completed his first item, that's a situation where Cho'Gath isn't happy. But especially against LeBlanc, if Cho'Gath has any MR item, Cho'Gath's fine. Yeah, GP gets 11-minute Triforce. That's a pretty big deal. Cho'Gath's just recalling now, and I don't think he'll be able to buy a full item. He's buying Righteous Glory, but he can't finish it. So at this stage, GP has a really big advantage. GP's Triforce plus Longsword, and Cho'Gath is just 2 armor items. I don't know how much gold Klepto has, but now GP's in a really, really good position. GP's up 1,000 gold. Holy shit. I don't know if that's from stats or looking at the items. No, the way that I imagine AHQ would like to play probably doesn't work unless they're already really winning. Because Jarvan doesn't really do what he wants against this. Jarvan can't really go on anyone except GP, sort of. But even then, if GP's with his team, he can't just go on GP. TL doesn't have a super good Baron comp, but if you get 2 mountains, any comp's a good Baron comp. And with 1 mountain, any like 1 team fights a Baron. Why is he so far back? Wait. Did they not have? Maybe they didn't have vision of anybody on AHQ. I guess they must not have had vision, and even though they have all the wards bot side, Impact thought he was getting ganked top. Oh, can I see the gold? Yes. Bot side river control. You have wards all in bot side and didn't know where anybody was, even though they were all still bot side. Yeah, I know. Not this gold graph. I know they're 2K up. I want to see the individual gold. Alright. Thanks, MasterCard. Thanks, State Farm. Very nice. That one's MasterCard. Thanks, Alienware. So this game, keep a really close eye on Jarvan in team fights. Because you're going to see, unless something goes really, really right for AHQ, where they proc Lissandra passive really early, basically they would be able to like engage with Cho'Gath and Yuumi. Or maybe just even Yuumi. Unless things go really, really right for AHQ. Like if someone dies right away. Oh no, they probably could have kept it going, but... If someone dies right away, things will look okay for Jarvan. If someone doesn't die instantly, Jarvan's going to be really confused. Jarvan's going to have a really hard time figuring out where to be and how to engage and how to not die immediately after he engages. Yeah, from the scoreboard, GP doesn't look that far ahead, but yeah, from the items, he looks really far ahead. He's 1.4 gate gold up. Wow. Why is Sterak's on GP? Because of what the opponents want to do. So you think about like how Team Liquid would, I guess they siege. I mean, they kind of want a 1-3-1. Even if they won 3-1. Imagine if they won 3-1. The way that Xsmithy or the Impact would die is by like Jarvan jumping and ulting on him or Lissandra ulting on him and then Cho'Gath using ult. But there's like a set amount of damage. They don't have like tons of reoccurring damage. So if you can just survive all of these big rotations, the chances that you have to eat another rotation is pretty small. Like if Jarvan jumps on you and Cho'Gath ults you and hits you with all the CC and like Lissandra does everything to you and you're not dead at that point, and who's gonna kill you? It's like even if you get 3-man ganked as GP here, but you have Sterak's, it's really hard for them to kill you. If you get 2-man ganked and it's just Cho'Gath and Jarvan, no way they're gonna kill you. Yeah, if they use everything on GP and he doesn't die, TL's gonna win. But Sterak's is good here. It prevents GP from dying in a lot of circumstances. Because of the way that AHQ won a team fight. See how LeBlanc is on this solo mission? And it's causing a lot of issues. Oh, that was nice. TL didn't do a horrible job pulling this together, but you can see that it's just so hard. Like, Jensen trying to hit multiple rotations of spells on Cho'Gath, and then Cho'Gath laughing at him. Even though, like, the play there, like, the mechanical play, wasn't terrible. Jesus. Yeah, watching LeBlanc here. distortions twice and then immediately backs up, and Gragas is now too far up. But it wouldn't be a problem if LeBlanc is super far ahead, but that's not something you want to have to play around. If LeBlanc was like super far ahead, she could be playing even farther in the back, looking for Lissandra and Ezreal again here. But she just doesn't have the damage to kill them. Jensen could have killed Ezreal after the barrel. I'm not sure if that's true. Maybe like with the health he had, but need to look at Yuumi. And if he jumps into Ezreal and gets silenced, then he dies. So he can't just jump into the backline if Cho'Gath is there. If he gets silenced, he'll be stuck there for like 2.5 seconds. Who has better scaling? It might look like this game. You might like look at Xayah and Ezreal and think like, oh my god, the Xayah scales so much better, but it's not really that terrible. Lissandra's definitely better this game. Yeah, I'd give it to AHQ. But because Ezreal's 2 levels down into Xayah, you might see TL win the game, but that's not because AHQ's comp is like terrible. The only like big issue with AHQ's comp is it's hard for Jarvan to find his role. Jarvan's role is only like really clear if they kill someone really early on in the fight. Then he's able to extend and keep going forward, because then TL are going to have a really hard time killing other people. They have Lissandra passive, and Jarvan can lock up somebody else. If they don't have to use, like imagine if they only have to use Lissandra ult to get 1 kill, or if they only have to use Yuumi ult to get 1 kill. Now if Jarvan just extends the fight onto the next person, now they still have Cho'Gath ult, they still have Lissandra ult. That's sort of how the fights are going to act, which is why like at the Herald fight you saw just 1 person die, and they didn't go for anything else. But a lot of fights you'll see that AHQ are just trying to blow up 1 person really, really quickly with all their ultimates. Who would you pick instead of Jarvan? So you don't want Jarvan because he goes in too far, and this team is kiting back and then turning. So you want a jungler for sure that scales better. Do you need an AD jungler? You do. So we were talking about this before, where there's not many good AD junglers. And a lot of the AD junglers like Rek'Sai, Olaf, Lee Sin kind of are toxic tier comp and end up ruining it. So a big one that we came up with is Poppy. But another one's Pantheon, but Pantheon's always banned. Poppy, Pantheon are like pretty decent. But there's just not many good AD junglers. I think LS just said Kindred recently. But I don't know. Kindred would be in this comp. Maybe no, I think Gragas counters Kindred. Xin Zhao's pretty bad. It sort of does the same thing that Jarvan does here. Maybe Kha'Zix could be okay, but that's pretty hard as well. I like the idea of Kha'Zix, but I don't know enough about Kha'Zix specifically to know if he would be able to function like how I imagine Kha'Zix does when he's in a good set of circumstances. Kayn and Hecarim basically need too many resources, and against a comp like this, it won't be good. Kiana. Was Kiana banned? Maybe Kiana. Kiana's not that good. Honestly, I might rather have a tank than Kiana. Kiana was banned. Okay. Do you think Kayn will not be picked? No. No. Nocturne's better as well. Nocturne does what Jarvan does way worse. Nocturne's way more toxic to his team comp. No, Lissandra ulted and Jensen made it back. I just assume that Kindred loses to Gragas. but maybe it's playable. Lysandra lost her ult. Like 5 seconds behind. That's because this stream, I'm watching a stream on a stream. So you have to wait for me to react to the stream that has delay. You know? While you're watching the stream with delay. Thanks for linking that. The AHQ have to find a kill really quickly. If AHQ try to engage, but someone on TL doesn't die immediately. Oh, is he gonna die? If Smithy and Impact both live, it's really awkward for AHQ. Yeah, they can't finish any of the kills. None of the kills get finished here. But you saw if Smithy doesn't stopwatch there, the whole fight can look different. If the Lysandra passive goes off, for example, and it runs towards Impact, and he gets slowed and can't get out, maybe Impact dies as well. Then what does the fight look like if Gragas can't do that body slam? If GP is either lower HP or like a closer proximity to this fight. But because TL just barely live, the fight plays out like how we saw it. TL with double mountain almost guarantees Baron, especially if they can win another team fight like that. Actually, if this team fight takes place, if they already have the second the 2 mountains, for example, and a team fight plays out like this, most likely they get Baron. Did someone buy Morello's here? I don't know on which team. If Jensen bought Morello's, it's pretty bad. Yeah, it's pretty bad. Yeah, it's not that good. Like, you're realistically only buying it for Yumi. And even then, just buy a different, better item that gives you more damage, so that the damage that you prevent getting healed, you actually do more in damage because your character is all around better. And then that extra damage also applies more do more damage to everyone instead of just having better effectiveness against like one champion with a heal. But whatever. This is a dead meme. Double if not dying immediately is really bad for HQ. They can't kill anyone else. Everybody else is way too tanky. TL win. Why is this game so boring? Just try backflipping again on camera. LS, you're asleep? I'm going to try to backflip. LS is asleep. I don't think I can try to backflip. Wake up, Max. Clutch Gamers, One Worlds. I've been asleep the whole time. We'll be streaming for the next 5 hours. What is this icon? Whoa, crazy. I probably won't stream until Worlds goes offline, but even then I'm not entirely sure what I'm doing right now. Why, what's up? When I was a kid, I tried to do front flips onto my couch. But I also had a trampoline for a small period of time when I was a kid, and I learned how to do like some front flips, but I could never land on my feet. So this game's kind of over. TL are just really, really far ahead. So when you have this huge gold lead against a team that has to use all their ultimates to kill you, they basically just won't have enough numbers. You know, America puts like what? America puts more money into their military than like 30 countries combined or something. If you just have more money, it doesn't really matter how you play the team fight out. You know, you're probably just going to win. Just like America. How do you take down these people? They're so rich. Work in Vietnam, yeah, NA strats. When do you build the Andrews on GP? Sometimes it's just good. But if your team needs magic damage, I can see positions where you would actually be doing lots of magic damage if the opponents don't have MR. And your ult gets the improved damage from the having the slow. No, they just can't kill him. Well, my prediction was right. I think AHQ's comp was better if everything was even. I think they have the circumstances where they can play out fights like the way they wanted to. Because if they just get that one kill, it's really easy for them to extend into the rest of the fight. I think it's realistic that they could have won with just a few different events in team fights, but after a certain point, obviously, it's just way too far gone for a team comp like this. I just watched the whole game, but I don't remember any of it. Me too. I have no idea what happened. You could have told me. You could have asked me like what happened in like the mid lane skirmish, and I'm like, I don't know. I don't remember. That was so long ago. Okay. So TL come in with a huge upset, beating AHQ here. Now they just have to do it again and again. Or they can lose to Damwon, right? As long as they beat IG. No, wait, they did lose to Damwon. Perfect. Now they only have one more game. They just have to beat IG now. Nice.